What's going on? What's going on, guys? Jaye the Black here. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I got to talk about this update that we have. Marcellus Wiley has responded, and he is making a lot of claims against his wife because they're still married, by the way. She's filed for divorce, but they're still married. She made a lot of accusations against him. I mean, horrible, right? Not only is she filing for divorce, she's trying to get full custody. She wants him out of the house, but he's firing back. You know, after she got him arrested, claiming that he did these things to her, that there's really no evidence that he did. He claims that not only is this heifer lying, but she cheated on him with her best friend's husband. And her best friend is pregnant, by the way. I think I might have mentioned that in my other video. As a matter of fact, I need y'all to make sure that by the time you've watched this video, after watch this video, go check out my other commentary on this. And I spoke about how she may have been cheating, because you can't do this type of thing to your husband unless you have built up resentment towards him for whatever reason. And women who have a built up resentment towards their spouse will cheat on him. She's looking for his replacement. And apparently, according to him, she cheated with her pregnant best friend's husband. That's nasty work right there. That is nasty work. You know, people love to say, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. Well, hell have no fury like a spouse scorned. And he's just putting all this information out here. Okay. Not only that, he also mentioned how she lost her mind after being kicked off of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills show. They kicked her off. They felt like she brought nothing to the show, and they kicked her off. And he said that ever since then, she's been losing her mind. I could see that, because she thought she was going to be a reality TV star, and she ended up getting dumped by them. I could see that, how that could have her seething. That could have her emotionally unstable, because all these women, they want to be reality TV personalities. They all want to be famous. And then when it's taken away from you, who are you going to blame? Instead of you looking in the mirror, you're going to blame your spouse. And there are other things that he is claiming. So without further ado, let's get into the commentary, or the article here from Yahoo Sports. Marcellus Wiley is denying his wife Anne Marie's claims of assault and abuse, insisting that she's the one who's actually committed wrongdoing in their relationship. In a lengthy post that the former Chargers pass rusher sent to the California Post on Tuesday, Wiley claimed the allegations that Anne Marie wrote in an application for a restraining order against him in Los Angeles on Monday is lies. He went on to say he has videos, photographs, text messages, emails, and other evidence that directly contradict the former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star's baseless claims. I love my children with everything I am, Wiley said. My highest priority has always been protecting them and preserving the relationship they have with both of their parents. Because of the public allegations made against me by Anne Marie, I have been forced to respond with evidence rather than emotion. More importantly, I owe it to my children to truthfully document what they and I have endured. Wiley said part of the evidence he gathered against his spouse shows repeated instances of infidelity. Look at this, y'all. It is repeated. This heifer was repeatedly cheating, including, he said, an affair with her pregnant friend's husband. That is nasty work right there. That is nasty work. These women always covet another woman's man. Right? Watch who you call your friends. These women are always coveting, these so-called friends are always trying to covet what another woman has, right? He claimed the evidence also reveals serious and damaging parenting failures. A voodoo spell she cursed over my family as well as fans she claimed hated her from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, along with many, many other unflattering documented events. Now, that is insane. That is insane that he says that she's into voodoo. That don't shock me. A lot of these women I've seen noticed have been embracing witchcraft or voodoo. It's a lot more than y'all think. These heifers are crazy. They are crazy out here. And then they out here claiming to love God and being religious. It's weird. It's just weird. To be frank, many friends, family members, and fans have opined that after she was kicked off the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she lost her mind. Wiley wrote in his statement, "Unfortunately, I must agree, because again, her reality show career was over. It was over, and she knew it was over. And she was seething, and she was angry with him. I never wanted my family issues and struggles to become public for any reason, including divorce leverage, but I unfortunately knew this day was inevitable. I was willing to endure anything, even hell itself, if it meant being with my children every single day. I am their hero, and now I am fighting to make sure the positive and real image they know of me is the one that endures." And that's sad, because a lot of men are stuck in these situations. They are in marriages that are very loveless because they want to be around their children. And there are men out here. There are good men, good fathers out here. You got heifers like Amber Rose who will say men aren't raising their kids, men aren't in their kids' lives. But there are a lot of men out here. There's a lot of good fathers out here who will endure a lot as long as they're able to be in their children's lives, right? I am prepared to address these allegations and related matters through the legal process and with evidence. My focus remains on my children, my integrity, and the truth. Thanks for your understanding. Wiley and Anne-Marie married over a decade ago and have 3 children together, but the relationship appeared to end while the two and their kids were in Florida over the weekend. Anne-Marie claimed Wiley got physical with her during a dispute in their shared Orlando hotel room and also threatened her life during the incident. Wiley denied the allegations, but was still arrested and booked on domestic battery charge. On Monday, Anne-Marie not only filed to divorce Wiley, but she concurrently asked a court for a restraining order against him. This was all a play. I told y'all, they always claim domestic violence so they can get full custody. It's a play. And all these women follow the same playbook. In her application, she wrote that he repeatedly assaulted her and abused her throughout the marriage. Marcellus has subjected me to continuate an escalating pattern of physical abuse, physical violence, abuse, verbal and emotional abuse, financial control, and intimidation, much of which our children have witnessed, she wrote in the filing. A temporary restraining order was granted, according to court records, with a judge ordering Wiley to stay at least 100 yards away from Anne-Marie and their 3 children until July 24th, when a hearing to discuss a permanent restraining order will take place. That is incredibly sad. You're with your kids, and then they get ripped from you due to a weak-minded heifer who could not take the fact that she was not a celebrity. She was never going to be a celebrity. And the reality show dream failed. And I think she blamed him for it. Now everybody knows of you if they didn't know before, because you're going to make a sideshow out of your family, right? If Marcellus was doing all these things to you, why didn't you call the police? You called the police in Florida. Why was you so quick to call the police in Florida, but not in California, when they have a very sympathetic ear towards women there? It's not like they wouldn't have done anything. You didn't do anything to let them know that Marcellus was doing anything to you. This is all sick. These women play such sick games. I can listen. This is my opinion. I have no proof, but I guarantee. This is my observation. I could definitely see her. She already has a replacement for Marcellus, and she's trying to get him out of the way quickly. Right? Quickly, because the holidays are coming up. She's trying to get him out the house quickly. And this is her way of getting him out of there so she can move the next man in. This is how these heifers operate. All right? This is how they operate. And maybe she's been trying to do this for months and Marcellus has not been willing to play her games. So in Florida, she was able to get him to react, not physically, but react in a way that would get him arrested. This is why marriage in America sucks. And you got people who tell you that there's nothing wrong with American women. These women are mentally ill. They want to be celebrities. They all want to be famous when they need to be better wives and mothers of their children. It's clear that this heifer, lost the dream of reality fame, and she wants it again. And she's definitely going to try to use this as a way to get back on the show. I would not be shocked if she's already talking to the producers of that show. It is sick. It is absolutely sick. And the truth will always come out. You cannot withhold the truth. Somebody's lying, right? And I'm willing to believe Marcellus over her. Because if he was doing all these things to her, she would have been left if it was that bad. But she didn't. Why is that? But the truth will be out there. Again, make sure y'all go and check out my other video, link in the description box. I'm so tired of seeing these women try to use the justice system to, as a way of leverage in divorces. And that's what this is. This is a way to garner leverage in a divorce. And I said this in my other video. I said, Marcellus, you better fight back. And it looks like he's prepared to. So we will see. This is just an update. We will see. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Like the video, hype it, whatever, share it. Check out all of the videos on this channel. You should see it appearing on the screen next, and I'll see y'all next one.